Hello everyone, welcome to Voices Specs. Today I will share with you my application essay to LBS. I will read it out to you and I will just share a few more points. So if you see me looking down a bit, I will be looking onto my laptop to read the words. I won't talk too much today because I think the application essays themselves are a lot. How you actually structure your essay or what exactly it is that you write in your essay will depend on what sort of essay you're writing. If you're writing a admission essay, if it's a scholarship essay, and so forth, you will have to tailor it to the exact kind of essay and the exact kind of question that you are trying to address. In this video, I'm talking specifically about an application essay for admission. For those who don't know me, my name is Busi Hlodlo. I just graduated from London Business School where I was doing Masters in Financial Analysis. So for me, there were two questions that I answered. The two main questions, there were other small essays, but there were two main essays that I need to answer. The first one reads, how will the Masters in Financial Analysis help you to achieve your academic and professional goals? So here you would need to show that you understand what the Masters in Financial Analysis program actually entails. That means the curriculum, the learning resources within that program, the opportunities within that program. You just need to demonstrate that you've actually done your homework. And then you also need to figure out how that particular program that you're applying to will help you achieve your goals professionally and academically. So the first thing there is you would need to actually have goals, right? And then you need to be specific about your goals. You need to show that you're confident about the goals that you have. You need to show that you have thought of them well, and you need to show how you have arrived at making a decision for those goals, what it is that is motivating you to set those goals the way you have set them. Then you need to demonstrate your interest in the Masters in Financial Analysis and how the Masters in Financial Analysis aligns with your professional or your academic goals or both. It's going to help if you are confident about your decision to go for that program, a sort of humble confidence and some level of competence around it. Also try and be as elegant as possible in your words. Wholesome words, formal language, the most relevant words, the most suitable words. Your choice of words says a lot about you, and it's not about how sophisticated your words are. You don't want the person reading your application essay to have to keep opening the dictionary a lot of times in order to understand your essay, because that would turn them off. But you want them to still understand and know and see that you do have good vocabulary. So it really is more about refined language, refined words, and refined tone in your essay. One last thing that I'll talk about is the length of the essay. So usually and almost all the time, if not all the time, there is a restriction to the number of words or characters that the essay should have. In my essays that I'm going to read today, for the first one, the limit was 600 words. For the second, the limit was 400 words. This is a bare minimum requirement. You need to adhere to the wording limit or the character limit as it is. It shows respect for the school. It shows respect for the admission team. If you go beyond, it's as if you're saying, yeah, you want 600 words, but I don't really care. I'm going to give you 610 words anyway, or I'm going to give you 601 words anyway. Make sure that your words do not surpass the limit that is given. They would rather be a little bit less, not too much less, because you don't want them to think that you don't have much going on in your life. So if, for example, the limit is 600 words, you could maybe start from 570 to 600 or something like that. You don't want to give them an essay with 400 words when the limit is 600 words. That does not reflect very well on you. Let me stop talking and start reading. So the first question for me, I've already said it was, how will the Masters in Financial Analysis help you to achieve your academic and professional goals? And this was 600 words. So I am reading my application essay now. It doesn't get any more intimate than this. Having grown up in Plumtree, a small rural Zimbabwean town famous for hopelessness, I have learned to harness the energy in reconstructing my narrative, which is daring excellence. I was the first and only girl in my high school class, the only degreed female from my junior class, graduated best business faculty student at university, first runner-up winner in Zimbabwe's first CFA research challenge, and first recipient of CFA scholarship in my undergraduate final year, passing the exam at first attempt. I even landed a private equity analyst role straight from college. Experiencing ticking boxes in groundbreaking moves, which is the universe echoing back its confidence in me, motivates me to reach for greater heights. So here I am chasing the next big thing, London Business School's MFA program. So the Masters in Financial Analysis is shortened to MFA, abbreviated MFA. I always wanted an international master's experience and have found LBS to be the perfect fit. The MFA's focus on the practical sets it apart. I have confidence in its ability to prepare me for UK's finance industry. The alumni's beautifully articulated stories of their strong hands-on experiences, which echo authentic, warmed me up to the possibility of writing one such story too in that capacity. My interest rests in consolidating my knowledge in finance and developing my career in an environment I can contribute from an African perspective, while being enriched by cross-program study groups, internships, and exchange programs. The MFA program will help me better understand the first world private equity markets and qualify me for doctoral enrollment so I can lecture at university towards retirement, my way of giving back. I changed my undergraduate major from accounting to finance in search of mental stimulation that resonates with me, and have been falling deeper in love with it since. My CFA Research Challenge team membership and later my volunteer mentor experience sealed my decision for an investment career. Our industry mentor's request for my resume during my final undergrad year also boosted my confidence. I even resigned from an accounting job to prepare for the CFA exam. I could not leave my career to chance. I want now, hence my decision for LBS MFA to enhance my skills and open doors that will enrich my private equity and impact investing experience. Unlike Zimbabwe and Africa, UK's regulatory regime is transparent and sound, backed by a stable political system which makes application of principles meaningful. London's fertile industry, equipped with first-class infrastructure that house global leading financial institutions, promotes competitiveness and supports job creation. A specialized master's degree in the heart of this financial hub is therefore a master tool in building my technical skills for effective competitiveness in the job market. Seeking to strengthen my career profile at a prestigious school with a strong international reputation, I reached out to LBS student ambassadors and alumni who encouraged me to apply. Their support has been amazing. Alphonse Muzi made a presentation to a group of youths across the globe at my request, and since then he has been sharing application tips with me. Such a strong collaborative environment that encourages working together suits my personality well. As a side note, I probably could have done a better job at making the transition seamless in this sentence, but well, you get the point. This strong alumni cohort will be valuable during my intended stay in London and later in connecting African development to global financial markets. I am determined to immerse myself in this network of peers that build lasting relationships and pursue greatness together. LBS will be a great platform for my personal and professional development. I would definitely most the make of this experience. This was the first part of my application essay, guys. So you can see that it's quite short, but in coming up with this, as I mentioned in my last video, it took me a month to come up with both essays. But on top of that, I put my whole mind into it. All the time when I was thinking about anything outside work, I was literally thinking about this. So you need to give yourself time if you do have time. If you don't have a lot of time, then you need to sacrifice the time that you have and devote all your mind into it, so that you can really refine your thoughts and your senses, because you're going to keep changing in your mind. You're going to keep discovering that you could use a better word, or you could better transition from one point to the other, right, in a way that appeals. You're going to keep rereading this essay yourself, and ideally you're going to give someone else to read your essay so that they give you an unbiased opinion of your essay as well. So the second question was, during your time as a student, how will you contribute to the London Business School community? So that means you need to know what the London Business School community looks like, and going through the website will help. Going through students' blogs will help, and any other platform that has information on London Business School will help you to figure out what it is that you could potentially be interested in at LBS outside just class. In addition to the things above, here in this essay, they want to see more of your personality. They want to see what you are thinking when you're not thinking about work or when you're not thinking about school. They want to see what's going on in your mind, what you are passionate about, and they just want to see that you've also really done your homework, right? So make sure that you do your homework, because these people are working in the admissions team, so they know LBS very well, right? They probably will know LBS more than you do at any point, but they are going to appreciate you doing your homework from wherever you are. So if you have not done your homework, they are going to know. During your time as a student, how will you contribute to the London Business School community? Unlike many women, I haven't been mistreated for simply being a woman or belonging to a minority group, which I have been all my life. I believe the way we as women respond to gender-based oppression has the muscle to relieve us of some of the injustices or to sink us even deeper. Being the only female student in my high school helped me to understand this better. I am confident the Women in Business Club would benefit from my experiences and insights when I enroll at LBS. My passion for cosmology as it relates to the exploration and deriving intellectual pleasure, which is part of the human race's purpose, drives me to dream of spearheading a movement that will mobilize finance to further exploration of planets and galaxies, and discovering that will draw larger audiences to this cause. I also want to be an ambassador of LBS's reputation and help attract smart and talented Africans to study at LBS, so they can more easily identify with the LBS community. Guys, I can't believe I actually wrote this back then. Like, I promise I had completely forgotten about it when I started the study talk thing, and even when I started the YouTube thing. I promise. I guess the idea is just something that has really lingered in my heart, and yeah, I don't know. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy that the idea and the desire has actually matured into action. I have been a good unsolicited ambassador for the CFA program and its scholarships to my contacts and to the networks of those contacts. Discovering the LBS annual TED Talk conference excited me the most. It's my favorite talk show, and I would certainly join the organizing team. I'll also work to impress, so I earn a seat to provide valuable thought leader insights to think at London Business School, regardless of most others being professors. Having been in Zimbabwe with a strong network of former classmates and work colleagues across Africa and the globe, I will employ my established networks to help LBS community members to penetrate into African markets. I look to support the Black in Business Club, but as one raised in a home that glorifies no race, tribe, nationality, or religion over the other, I want to help foster sustainable collaboration among various groups, which is what I like to see, as opposed to secluding ourselves and extending divisions. It makes the world a better place for us all. This requires great tact and much time, but I'm willing to put in the work, especially because I have an audible voice as one that will belong to a minority group. So yep, here goes my essays, guys. These were my thoughts and my feelings, and it was my heart and my head at the time I made the application. Some of the things have remained as they are. Some of the things have been modified. I'm not sure if there is anything that is completely changed, but now my mind has been expanded a whole lot. So there's a lot that I could potentially add if I were to rewrite this. But it's important to have a starting point, because then it makes you appreciate the next thing, or you're probably going to be curious as you meet the next thing, because you have somewhere where you're starting from, somewhere that is actually good. And as we go through life, like each day, each extra day that we live, we encounter experiences, we learn new things, we meet new people. We are supposed to learn from it, and as we are learning, we're supposed to incorporate that into our minds. And what that is likely to do is to make us change our minds or our thoughts pertaining to certain things as we learn more or get to understand more about certain things. or it may not necessarily change your bottom line, but it may change your thought process to arriving at the same conclusion, which I think is a lot of what has happened in my life. So I think a lot of the things that I believed in, a lot of the things that I hear are things that I strongly believe, not just from just believing and just observing merely that, but things that I kind of like really try to dig deep about and to learn about and try to understand. And that is mainly what built my basis for a lot of these things. But I have learned like some things as well. I have experienced some things as well that don't necessarily change the principles embedded in these things, but that have changed the thought process towards arriving at the same thing. So if I were to write the essay again, I probably will not change the bottom line, but I would probably change the way I frame it to more accurately reflect the thought process that would go on in my head to arriving at that bottom line. You don't have to think like me, you don't have to share my views, or you don't have to share anyone's views for that matter. It is your essay. Write what you think, write what you believe, write whatever it is that you want. There is great value in diversity, so be authentic and bring that diversity or that similarity, whatever it is, but be your authentic self. Essays can be a lot of work, but if you write from the heart, and of course from the head as well, because the heart can be deceitful sometimes, I think if you do write from the heart and the head, you will find some contentment in the process. You will find satisfaction even in the process itself. You will discover more of yourself, which I think is a very important thing in life in general and for business school as well. My hope and wish is that you discover what it is that actually really pushes you through this exercise of writing the essay, making a decision to apply for graduate school or for any job or any university or any start program. If you discover what it is that you are called to do and you devote yourself to it in whatever capacity and to whatever extent, then you're going to find fulfillment in the things that you do, regardless of what it brings into your life. Because for you, deep down in your heart, you will find such satisfaction that could never be matched by any of the material things that you are going to get from business school. There is going to be a lot of material benefit that you're going to get. There'll be a lot of other types of benefits that you're going to get, but I think at the end of the day, you don't want to be rich in material and poor in spirit. So yeah, I think ideally do some soul searching. Well, I don't know if it's that deep, but well, soul searching does sound a bit deep. Okay, but yeah, I think you get the point, guys. Each new day is going to bring new knowledge and new light, and yeah, but at least try and do some soul searching that will help you to confirm that you really do want to go to this business school or you want to do this program. Thank you for watching. I think I'm starting to get in my feels a bit. Thank you for watching, and I hope my essay helps to give a bit of light. Let me know if you have any questions, any I don't know, like if you have any questions, if there's something that you need pertaining to the essays or pertaining to something application related, so that I see how we can address that in the coming videos. I hope you have a great application period and enjoy the process, and all the best as you are going to be making your applications and as you're going to be submitting your essays and doing everything else. I wish you so well. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with your friends and other people that may be interested in this, and I will see you in the next video.